Hello, in this video I will be recapping my highlights from the Tech Resume Inside Out as it pertains to self-taught and bootcamp developers. A quick point to make, this book was written in 2020 by a technical recruiter in order to showcase best practices in hiring pipeline and also to demystify a few points of concern. So with that out of the way, let's get to the video. So first, let's talk about the hiring pipeline. Almost every company, from Google to a startup, has a pretty similar structure to their hiring pipeline. It may vary depending on how many applicants they receive, but the general consensus is first, you have to apply. After that, your application gets submitted to an ATS, an applicant tracking system. With your resume inside of the ATS, a recruiter will screen it to determine if they want to move forward with you. After that, there will be a recruiter screen where they will call you just to do a one-on-one to evaluate if they want to proceed ahead. After that, there's a technical screen, which includes phone call and then probably a take-home or technical exam. And then second to last is the on-site. The on-site can be a myriad of interviews with managers, teams, and other people that you would be working with, and that's just to make sure that you fit the bill socially within the team. And then if everything goes well, you get to the last round, which is an offer where you negotiate and sign your contract. One part that the book focuses on is demystifying some of the ATS myths. One misconception that the book points out is that the ATS system doesn't reject applicants when they apply. The ATS system is really just to hold information for each applicant and have an easy dashboard that helps recruiters and other parties involved understand where each individual applicant is in the process. More likely than not, every single time you apply, a human will review your resume. The ATS system just makes it easier for them to either reject you or move forward with you. One tip that the book does offer is that if you do find a job that you like, you should apply as soon as possible. There is a chance that if the recruiter finds enough qualified candidates, they will stop searching, but the job application link might still be open. It is at that point that your application really goes into the void, as they're not really looking for any more applicants to move forward in their tech hiring pipeline. So this book does not go in detail in the other sections of the hiring pipeline, so I will just keep on going with how to write and craft a perfect resume. So with a recruiter only giving a few seconds per resume to determine if they're gonna advance with the applicant or not, it is crucial for you as the applicant to be able to communicate why you are the perfect candidate for this role. And we can begin that with proper formatting of your resume. Linked below are two outlines that are pretty standard and really easy to read. This is important because you want the recruiter to be able to glance through your resume and quickly find key information that lets them know you are a great candidate for this role. Also linked below is standardresume.co. That is a paid service that makes it very easy to input all of your information and have the computer do the resume formatting for you. Be sure to always export a PDF before applying, as that ensures that there won't be any misreadings of the formatting by the computer. Once you have a template, now we can start building a master resume. This file will hold all your experience and all the bullet points for each experience that you list. The reason why you want to have a master resume is that you can easily personalize each resume for each job that you look for. This does two things. It makes the process a lot easier and gives you a greater chance to highlight how you fit the role. The book does offer a structure for your bullet points. Accomplished, insert impact, as measured by, insert number, by doing, insert contribution. This format is a great way to showcase your responsibilities and the accomplishments. Lastly, here are some sections that the book recommends us self-taught and bootcamp grads to have in our resumes. You don't have to have all. You can change some depending on the application. First being experience, second being internships, then contribution to open source, education, projects that stand out, and lastly, tutoring or any leadership positions. At this point, with a good format and strong content, you're more than likely to get a few callbacks when you're applying. But the book does have a few additional tips for bootcamp and self-taught developers. These are important as most of us have learned the same technologies and are probably building similar applications. So the first additional tip is to have grade readmes per project. This is important as a recruiter will most likely not go through all of your code. They'll probably just read the README and that will be it. Linked below is readme.so, a free service that helps you write really amazing READMEs without a lot of hassle. I highly recommend using that and adding any pictures or GIFs to really make your readmes pop and showcase what your project is doing. Second would be to use any take-home assignments that you have done in the past and develop them into full ideas. This is great as you can bypass a lot of the ideation process and just get straight to work and build a nice looking application. Third would be to contribute to open source projects. Not a lot of people contribute to open source projects, so this will really look good on your resume. And it also highlights a lot of key skills. This highlights your comprehension skills, your GitHub knowledge, your coding ability, and how well you can work with others, all of which are very important to showcase. Linked below, I have added 2 repos that are full of great beginner-friendly open source projects. Fourth would be to start a tech blog. If you don't like writing, you can do videos. Your tech blog can be about anything, but the great thing about this is that it showcases your understanding of concepts and it shows that you are serious about learning all these topics, which is great. Lastly would be to keep your socials up to date, primarily LinkedIn, GitHub, your portfolio, and any other dev-related social media. Be sure to update with any new accomplishments or blogs that you've written or posted. With this last point, don't ever be afraid to showcase the hard work you've done. It may feel weird at first, but the more that you broadcast what you've done, the more eyes and ears you'll have on yourself, which is ideally what you want to have a greater chance of landing that role. So those are all of the notes that I have from this book. It's not a very revolutionary book, but it does highlight some key important facts that not a lot of people go through. The real magic, in my opinion, here would be the last special tips that I've mentioned, as those will really differentiate your resume from others. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for watching. See you next time.